Hello and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain and I'm your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 7-day-a-week, 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. This is day 241 of our trek and we are continuing on our current trek, which is your life plan blueprint. Yesterday we finished the fourth step or phase of our WESPER framework, which was planning. We focused our exploration on how best to schedule your tasks to ensure that you are consistent with your strategy. Today we have reached our fifth step or phase of our WESPER framework, which is execution. Although all steps are very crucial, if we do excellent in the first 4 steps but fail to execute, then we have accomplished nothing. Execution is paramount for success. Since our life planning series does cover many days, if you miss any of the Wisdom Trek episodes, please go to wisdom-trek.com to listen to them and to read the daily journal. I am incorporating all of these daily concepts along with some worksheets into an easy-to-use workbook, and I'll let you know when I have that completed so that you can download it. If you do have any questions or would like additional information as we go through our daily trek, please leave a comment at wisdom-trek.com or email me at guthrie@venturecg.com. We are recording our podcast from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. The contractors are making good progress on the upstairs hallway and front stairs. It will look great once the project is completed. On the business side of life, we do have a heavy workload this week, so it is requiring full focus to accomplish everything. Fortunately, I do enjoy work, so the key is to keep it all in balance properly between the various tasks that need to be completed this week. As we make the shift, let's focus today on the execution of our trek as we hike the trail for day 21 of our Wisdom Trek Life Plan process, which we are referring to as your Life Plan Blueprint. So far on our trek, we have traversed the first 4 steps of our WESPER framework. Those 4 steps are wisdom, establish, strategy, and planning. Today we will focus on execution, and then tomorrow move on to review. All 6 steps of WESPER are important, and no steps should be missed or marginalized. But if there is any one step that is absolutely imperative, it would be execution. Execution is where your boots hit the trail. Or as Thomas Edison put it, vision without execution is hallucination. It could also be said that execution is all that the world sees. Execution is the 5th step of our WESPER framework. This is the step where your objectives and goals really get brought to life into physical reality. Let's see how the WESPER framework ties together into this execution. When you seek for wisdom, you search for it through the study of the Bible, through your network of family, friends, and mentors, and by asking God directly for wisdom through prayer and meditation. Wisdom provides you the seeds of hope that are being planted in your life to help you to determine what your life purpose is and how you can fulfill this purpose. This becomes your foundation from which to build your life plan blueprint. When you are establishing your 7-year objective and goals in each of the 7 areas of your life, you begin the creation of your life plan blueprint. You start to see the virtual image in your mind and on paper of what you will accomplish. You project forward to what you will be and will accomplish in this 7-year season. As you form your strategy, you develop the building blocks of key activities and principles that you need to build your plan on. This is like taking the blueprints and determining your list of materials and the processes needed to complete the building structure, which in this case is your life plan. In planning, you develop the specifics of your plan right down to your weekly and daily activities that you need to complete and then integrate those activities into your schedule. This is taking the blueprints and then putting a construction schedule in place for what will be completed and when it will be completed. This brings us now to execution, which is an extremely critical step because execution is all that anybody ever sees. You can spend all your life seeking wisdom, establishing goals, strategizing, and planning, but if you never get down to the execution, nothing is going to happen. It is the step when your dreams become your reality, and during this phase, you actually begin to build what you have designed in your life plan blueprint. Your life is your trek of creating your living legacy. Through the daily execution of your life plan blueprint, you will move one day closer to your 7-year objective in each of the 7 areas of your life. Your will of life will be in balance and you will be working toward fulfilling your life purpose for this season of your life. In some ways, the execution phase of the WESPER process may be the easiest step in the framework. If you have completed the previous 4 steps properly and broken down your 7-year objectives into small bite-sized chunks, then it is a matter of being consistent and persistent every day. This does require daily discipline, but when a person is sufficiently motivated, discipline will take care of itself. You have a great plan. Now you need to follow through with it. Here are some encouraging verses on the follow-through of the execution of your life plan blueprint. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 29. Do you see any truly competent workers? They will serve kings rather than serving for ordinary people. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 10. Whatever you do, do well, for when you go to the grave, there will be no more work or planning or knowledge or wisdom. Galatians chapter 6, verse 4. Pay careful attention to your own work, for then you will get the satisfaction of a job well done, and you won't need to compare yourself to anyone else. And finally, Colossians chapter 3, verse 23. Work willingly at whatever you do, as though you were working for the Lord rather than people. So on today's track, we focused on the fifth phase of the WESPER framework, which is execution. Execution is imperative for successful progress and completion of your life plan blueprint. Tomorrow, we will move on to the sixth step or phase of the WESPER framework, which is review of all that you completed to ensure that it does match your blueprint. We are hiking this life plan trail with persistence as we lay the foundation for your life plan blueprint. This framework incorporates into our concept of Wisdom Trek as we look at life as a trek, being taken one step at a time. So encourage your family and friends to join us and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. That will finish our podcast for today. As you enjoy the daily doses of wisdom, I encourage you to help us promote Wisdom Trek in the following 4 ways. Number 1, leave us feedback about the podcast at wisdom-trek.com so that we can continually improve. Second, on your smartphone, subscribe at iTunes, Google Play, Spreaker, SoundCloud, or Stitcher so that the podcast will be downloaded to you automatically each day. Third, on your computer, or if you do have an iPhone or iPad, leave us a rating or review on iTunes. This will help to get the word out to others so they can join us on our Wisdom Trek. And fourth, most importantly, please share Wisdom Trek with your family and friends through email, Facebook, Twitter, or in person as you meet with them, and invite them to come along with us each day. The journal for today's trek can be found at wisdom-trek.com. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. As we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.